And off we go from Las Vegas. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. To throw is Breeze. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Jordan Reed. It's a pickup
from the 26. They'll line up on 2nd and 4.
At the 26-yard line.
To throw, it's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook.
Jared Cook. That's good.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Breeze. He's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a 1st down again.
48-yard line.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Now Breeze again. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Logan Wilson on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Breeze. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup. And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
First and goal at the 1. Signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run. and just lost track, and it cost him.
And he's got his tight end, Cook, in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And I'll bet right now there's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
now,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. First carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
First on the tackle.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 13 carries, 51 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
Burrow's
one thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game. Because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense, how they're going to play you in certain situations. Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Intercepted by the Bengals.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And it's complete. It's Green here. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
And a Bengal first down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, Bengals nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
The wide receiver, the ball.
And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
11-yard line.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Third down.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
And what with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Zach Taylor, a new breed of head coach. He's going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run with Mixon. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. Burrow will throw. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Brees. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
First down. Here's Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On second down, here's Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's caught by Hollister. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of
nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Trey Quinn, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first.
And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The quick feet by Jackson. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime with an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
He's got his man here. It's Green. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, it's Mixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He continues to deliver a 1st down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
An 8-yard pickup.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Trey Quinn. It's a gain of
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
41-yard line.
Now Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And a quick throw here that's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To the air again, Burrow. That's caught one more time by Boyd. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Defense.
Getting the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
To number 83,
Tyler Boyd with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Second and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Now Breeze on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Mixon with a first down carry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of
2nd and 12, operating from the 39.
At the 39-yard line.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Got a man, that's Quinn. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Trey Quinn with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change it?
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, it's Breeze.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Hooked up by Jesse Bates. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
At their own 40.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 49.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Finding Green complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
A.J. Green.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
To C.J. Uzomah.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. Able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
This is where coaches have to spend a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly. Allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Jones. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
At the 37-yard line.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Von Bell. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Intercepted by
Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run here with Mixon. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.